On a Friday, I'm meteorologist Rod Hill with this KGW weather impact alert update. We're putting this forecast together for you Friday morning. The alert is for Friday evening, and it still looks like much of your Friday is going to be nice. I mean, partly cloudy this afternoon, getting up to 70, maybe even 73. Technically, I'm starting the alert at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, which is the earliest that if you're outdoors and you look off to the Cascades, you should expect to start seeing towering cumulus clouds. If you look to the south at 4 o'clock, you may start to see what looks to be some threatening clouds as well. As we get into early evening, storms will certainly start to approach up into the area. So the impact will be lightning, heavy rain, hail, gusty winds. So yesterday, we had the storms that came up through Bend, all the way north into Lynn County around Albany, up the Cascades toward Jefferson, over into the Bend area. There were multiple reports with those storms on Thursday of hail, pea-size, some reports of penny-size hail. One report I saw down out of the Medford Weather Office of quarter-size hail. A lot of reports of 40-mile-per-hour wind gust or greater. There was a report again out of the Medford office of 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. So the point is, there is the risk that some of these storms in the valley this evening could turn severe. Now the question is, are we going to get a ton of storms? Are we going to get only a few? Exactly where are they going to go? I can't answer that. But I do feel confident there will be at least thunderstorm activity in the valley, and there will be the risk for some of these cells to turn quite heavy, if not severe. Be aware of lightning danger. That's always something. And remember one of the old rules that we can see things before we can hear them. So if you see lightning and then you count to 5 and you hear the thunder from that storm, that tells you that storm is about a mile away. So one of those old kind of childhood rules. Of course, when you hear thunder, it's best to take shelter until the storm passes. To protect yourself from the lightning threat. The storm driver is this low, which is now nestled right along the California coast. I just want you to notice again, this is Friday morning, we're putting this down for you, that everything is moving from south to north, out of Nevada, out of California, up into Oregon and Washington. And we will see storms explode into Oregon as the day plays out once again. Here's a closer look at Futurecast. This is 4 o'clock. Again, this is only one model. This particular model has loved a storm around Mount Jefferson at 4 o'clock and then builds bigger clusters at 7. Let me tell you, I looked at several other weather models. There are several weather models that show as early as 7 o'clock or no later than 8 o'clock this evening. There is rain coming through Portland, including the risk of thunderstorms. This particular model is a little slower to do so. Here we are 10 o'clock. The latest update here curved most of the storms south of Portland, between Portland and Salem with thunder and lightning, but some pretty good rain coming through. And then weakens those storms and moves them up to the north. And then here's Saturday morning with the threat of, well, some rain in the area, but no storms. There is a continued thunderstorm redevelopment chance Saturday afternoon. And I'll show you that on this wider Futurecast movie. Here is this afternoon again at 5 o'clock. The storm's coming up I-5 through Bend, crawling south to north up the Cascade Range as well. Here we are Saturday morning. Now watch during the day Saturday, more bright colors. That's more redeveloping thunderstorms. This is Saturday at 6 p.m. Storms again in the South Willamette Valley around Bend and out toward Pendleton. Well, some of these storms hold together, move into Portland. Maybe, but the weather models, once we lose any daytime heating on Saturday, quickly dissolve the thunderstorm threat. So that's why we have an impact alert right now for Friday evening, but not Saturday. But that could change. Now, by the time we get to Sunday, this is just some rain showers coming through. Here's Sunday at 5 p.m. on the west side. So again, the thunderstorm threat for the Portland area and Salem and Vancouver will end once we get through Saturday afternoon. I just thought this was kind of fun to look at, so kind of appease me here for a bit. The yellow colors are wind gusts 25, 30 miles per hour. When you get into some oranges, now you're 30, maybe pushing 40 miles per hour. So this is Friday evening at 9:20. It shows some rain, gusty winds on the west side of the Willamette Valley. And then here we are later in the evening. It doesn't show a lot of wind. It does show rains picking up wind picking up early morning around Hood River, and then a whole cluster of gusty winds out east Saturday at 4 p.m. and even some winds picking up. So the one thing I just wanted to point out is that's the modeling definitely picking up on heavy convection areas that would produce gusty winds at times, Friday evening, Friday night, and also during the day Saturday. How much rain are we talking about? I'll just go ahead and play this through Sunday. I mean, to get 0.8 of an inch in Portland, to get over 1/2 of an inch of rain in Salem, we would absolutely need several rounds of convective heavy showers moving across, which is what the modeling is picking up. So again, we have the impact alert right now for Friday evening for the threat of thunderstorms in the valley and the threat that some of those could be strong thunderstorms, maybe warranting severe warnings from the Weather Service for strong winds and large hail. The thunderstorm threat is there Saturday, but not as great. And then by Sunday, no storm threat and just some scattered showers. Right now, as we look into next week, there's no 24-hour period that looks completely rain-free through Thursday. Stay updated. I'm meteorologist Rod Hill with this KGW Weather Impact Alert weather forecast.